Welcome to Module 7, Lesson 3. This lesson will discuss how to report CACFP operating expenses on the monthly cost claim details. The information is found in Chapter 5 of the CACFP Administrative Manual. Operating expenses are food service-related expenses and are reported in Part B of the monthly cost claim details. All CACFP food expenses must be reported, including vended meals, which should be reported on a separate line. Allowable food costs include items used in the preparation of a reimbursable meal. Allowable food expenses include all creditable meal components. Condiments such as ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, and mayonnaise, herbs and spices, cooking oil, butter, margarine, and sugar. Food items used in nutrition education activities and water are also allowable food costs. Non-allowable food expenses include most non-creditable foods, including coffee, grain-based desserts, soft drinks, candy, and fruit-flavored waters. Document food costs on the monthly claim file with itemized receipts or invoices. Receipts must include the date, store, item name, cost, and total cost. If receipts are not itemized, attach a grocery list. Report additional operating expenses only as needed to document operation of a nonprofit food service. Let's discuss specific examples of other allowable operating costs and the documentation required for each. Some line items require a worksheet to be approved in the annual budget. If a worksheet is required for approval, it can be found in download forms. Other food service costs include items such as napkins, towels, dish soap, bleach, and appliances under $5,000. To document their purchase, keep itemized receipts or invoices in the monthly file, including the date, store, name of each item cost, and total cost. Food service labor and benefits, which include labor and benefits for the cook or other staff members who plan, purchase, prepare, and clean up after meals. If 100% of the employee's time is spent on CACFP, document in each monthly file with payroll statements. If less than 100% of time is spent on CACFP tasks, document with monthly time logs showing daily CACFP hours and tasks performed. The form to track CACFP labor is in Chapter 5. Mealtime supervision labor and benefits. The labor and benefits for staff who supervise participants during meal service is also an allowable cost. A mealtime supervision labor worksheet is required when the budget is approved. Keep time logs in the monthly file showing daily CACFP hours and tasks performed as documentation to support the monthly cost claim details. Non-expendable food service equipment. This includes appliances costing more than $5,000, such as a commercial dishwasher or walk-in freezer. Documentation for the budget approval includes specifications, 3 bids, large food service equipment request form, and the depreciation schedule using a minimum 15-year lifespan. If not depreciated, specific prior written approval is required for budget approval. Refer to the documentation on file and include the original receipt in the monthly file when purchased. Food service space. This includes the percentage of the rent or mortgage used by CACFP. Only space used 100% by CACFP may be included as CACFP space. Cost of mixed-use space is not an allowable CACFP cost. Documentation for budget approval includes an approved food service space worksheet, floor plan showing total and CACFP square footage, and a rent or mortgage statement. Keep in a permanent file. Refer to the file when reporting the monthly cost claim details. Calculate the percent of space used by CACFP. Multiply the monthly rent or mortgage by the percentage to determine the amount to submit on the monthly cost claim details. For example, your kitchen area is 14.5 feet by 20 feet, which equals 290 square feet. The entire center is 12,615 square feet. Divide 290 by 12,615, which equals 0.0229. Multiply 0.0229 by 100 to determine that 2.29% of the total center is used by food service. Annual rent paid for the center is $98,400. To calculate the amount that can be included in the annual CACFP budget for food service space, multiply 98,400 by 0.0229. This equals $2,253 per year. Divide 2,253 by 12 months. The amount that can be included in the monthly cost claim details is $187.75 per month. If the building is owned, keep documentation of the purchase price and 30-year depreciation schedule in a permanent CACFP file. Submit this information for budget approval. Keep it on file and refer to it when reporting on the monthly cost claim details. Other examples of allowable operating costs include utilities for food service, which is the percent of water, natural gas, and/or electricity used by CACFP. Documentation for budget approval includes the food service utilities worksheet and annual utility bills. Multiply by the same percent of CACFP space calculated when documenting rent or mortgage costs by the monthly bills. Use the calculated amount to report on the monthly cost claim details. Keep the monthly bills in the monthly file. For example, if the monthly water and electricity bills total $1,250.75, multiply this amount by 0.0229 as calculated in the previous example. 1,250.75 times 0.0229 equals $28.64. This is the amount that can be reported on that month's cost claim details. Food service mileage. This includes mileage for trips to the grocery store and food delivery charges. The food service mileage worksheet is required for budget approval. A mileage log including start and end mileage, start location and destination, and purpose of the trip, or invoices showing delivery or fuel charges are required as documentation for the monthly cost claim details. The last example is food service maintenance. This is the cost to maintain a dishwasher and other kitchen appliances. A worksheet is not required for budget approval. Document the cost with invoices from the companies performing maintenance services and keep in the monthly file. This concludes the lesson on reporting operating expenses. If you have questions, please contact your CACFP consultant or the state agency. Contact information can be found in the front of the CACFP Administrative Manual.